Hey everyone, my name is Taylor. Welcome to my channel. So today we are going to cover some tips and tricks to help you pass more in society as a trans man, because that honestly is like the thing, the hidden treasure, the key that will help us just feel so much better about ourselves when we're out and about in the real world. So let me give you a little bit of background about me before we dive into that. So I'm a 24, almost 25-year-old trans man. My birthday will be here in just a couple weeks, so I'm really excited for that. Then I'll be turning the big 25. But really, I'm a trans guy. I've been on testosterone for about 10 months now. I take mine via injection. And there are other ways that you could do it. You could do it through patches, you could do it through gel, or you could go through it with injections. But the reason why I chose injection was because it was the easiest, it was fast, and it was affordable. If you want to pursue gel or patches because you don't like needles, that's totally fine. They tend to be more on the pricier side. The gel you tend to apply once a day, maybe once a day, sometimes multiple times a day. And the patches, you kind of just stick that on and it should bring the testosterone into your body via wearing the patch. Personally though, another reason why I chose the injection was because I have very sensitive skin, and so I just wanted to make sure that whatever I was putting on my body, like, it has to meet certain criteria. So I chose injections, that way I could just inject it instead of putting something like physically on the surface of my skin. And honestly, it's been the best decision I've made because the shots are easy and they're painless. Now the first couple, those were probably like the rougher ones because you kind of are learning how it works and you have to like get comfortable with it. But after the first couple shots, it tends to get a little bit easier. I recommend if you're starting off with taking the injections, take them with a friend. Have a friend help you with it because it's going to ease the nerves in your body to have someone else there. So that's what I did the first couple times, and then it just started getting easier. And now I just do them in like a minute or two. They don't take that long, and it's simple and seamless. So with the hormones, it's kind of just something that you take to match what we've been feeling on the inside for a very long time to the outside world. And you might ask yourself, well, what if hormones aren't for me? Or what if the injections aren't for me? That's totally fine. It's not for everyone. But your transition is not going to match everyone else's transition because you're going to be able to have the processes and have the opportunities to choose whatever you want to along your transition journey. And I think that by itself is the most important thing whatsoever, because you don't need hormones, you don't need surgery, you don't need anything. You honestly are perfect the way you are in this very moment. In this moment, you are valid and you are wonderful and perfect. And if no one's ever told you that before, let me be the first one to tell you that because it's true. So let's get into why we actually clicked on this video, shall we? So passing tips as a trans guy. So tip number one that I would give you is wear a binder. If you want to like conceal your chest area, the binder is going to help you so much along the way. And there are different kinds of binders, actually, to be frank with you. There are compression tops, there are tank tops, there are ones that look like sports bras, but they're binders, which are really cool. And different brands offer them, which is awesome. Over the years, I've seen the brands of trans products go from like very few to like, and it's awesome. It's amazing that like we're getting so much representation, and that there's all these products coming about, and that helping you ease your process with your transition and everything, and it's totally fine. And so a couple of the brands that you can go look at there's one called, I think it's called GC2CB. I'll put them in the description below. if you can see it. I personally did not use them, but I had a couple friends who used them, and they had positive reviews. They carry all the products I just listed, plus a couple other things. So if you want to go check them out down below. But the one that I use personally is called Underworks, and I have the one that looks like a sports bra because I liked how short it was and how non-restrictive it was, and it was just perfect for me. And they also have compression tanks, tank tops, and the one that I just listed. And if you want to go check them out, the link is going to be down below. Feel free to check them out. They are really good and they're very comfortable. Honestly, I would give them a 10 out of 10. They last really long. I've had this one now for about a year and a half. So it's definitely recommended, and it still holds up pretty well just for being the only binder that I wear. So I would definitely recommend them for sure. Another tip that you could use if you're wanting to pass more is you could wear a packer. So what a packer is it's just something, it's like what it sounds. You put it usually in, they have undergarments that have a specific thing to hold the packer, and it's just to imitate of a penis. So you should, when you put it in there, put it in the compartment of the underwear usually. It will mimic the image of that, so that way you feel more comfortable and that it almost feels like you have everything that you need. And so I've been using that for now about 6 months roughly, and I wear it sometimes and sometimes I don't. It really just depends on the day and how I'm feeling. But if you have that and like your binder on, it's just reassuring, and your euphoria just usually tends to go up. But I also know some people that wear the binder but they don't wear the packer, or vice versa, and it's just really what you feel, like what's comfortable for you. What do you feel is right for you? And if you want to check out that, I'll link a website down below with information where you can buy more of that. But yeah, they have the website that I'll put down below has a lot of different kinds, and they have different sizes. You can get customs, whatever you want. And honestly, I feel like in that retrospect, it makes sense for you to spend a little bit of money, not much, but a little bit of money in order for you to feel more euphoria and more at peace and more happiness, because that's what it's all about. Because we all know that surgery is expensive, and not a lot of people have $10,000, $20,000 just sitting in a pile ready to be spent on surgeries. I know I definitely don't have that money sitting down for that. I'm still saving for my top surgery, but I'm not going to wait until that moment to be happy. I'm going to be happy in the present moment doing what I'm doing and just living the best life that I can. And when I get surgery, that'll be fine. It'll be worth it. But surgery, like I said, isn't necessary for you to be happy, because you are a man today, and you will be just as man as you are today as you are when you do get surgery, and you are able to have that experience for yourself. So don't let anyone ever tell you that you're not worth it or you're not perfect just because you don't have top, bottom, or any surgery for that matter, because you are a trans guy, you are a trans person in the body that you were put into. And so your body is perfect just the way it is. And I just want to send positivity, because I know that a lot of people don't have that in their lives, and I want to give as much of my positive energy to whoever's watching this video so that they can put a smile on their face. So tip number 3 that you could use for trans guys. Now this one I don't personally do, but I've had a couple of my friends do it, like I've said before, and that is to use, I think it's spelled myoxyl, something like that. It's or typically under the name of Rogaine. And what this is it's basically, Rogaine is for your hair, so it's to help your hair loss. So what a couple of the friends do is they put the Rogaine or the minoxidil on their face to try to promote facial hair. But as you can see, I don't know if you can see it, hold on, let's try this. But as you can see, without without taking minoxidil, you're still gonna grow facial hair. So you don't really, you don't really need minoxidil or Rogaine if you don't want to, but it does help promote facial hair. So if you want to speed up the process a little bit, maybe do a little bit of research. And I'm not a doctor, so I'll put a disclaimer there. But if you want to give it a go, that's up to you. And I would just research before you invest into it. But could be a tip to help you pass more if you're, let's say, pre-T and you're not able to grow facial hair without it, then maybe give it a go. It's up to you. Alright, so tip number 4, if you want to pass more, I would say is working on your voice. Now you may say, like, what do you mean working on my voice? Well, when I say working on your voice, I mean like work on talking in a lower tone. I usually will do it, I used to do it all the time when I was pre-T, but now I feel like my voice has dropped down a lot, and I'm pretty happy with my voice now. And I mean, I still got a couple more months. I'm sure it's going to drop a little bit more. But at this time, I'm happy with how low it's gone down so far. Because it used to be a lot higher than what it is now. So I'm pretty happy that it's dropped at a certain level. But yeah, you can work on voice therapy, which all that is you just practicing lowering your voice, maybe talking like this in a lower tone. If you're going out in public, you could talk like this. And that will try to help people pass more as the correct gender that they are. And again, all of these tips are just tips and tricks to help you pass more in society, so that way you can feel more euphoria, more happiness, more everything. Because honestly, your happiness is the #1 priority, I think. And I want to bring as much of that joy and much knowledge that I can to help you get you to where you want to be. Alright, thank you for watching my video. Stay tuned for my next video, which will be posted on Thursday, and I will see you later. Alright, peace.